Blue Table fans. Today is your lucky day. I'm here with Rich.
Hey guys!
Boom! And there is nothing better than a well set up, well thought out game. Rich and I are both very excited for this scenario. So I'm going to show you my setup and explain the board. So let's start with the board. We're doing a BTP style roll up 3 objectives maelstrom of war. So these little blue screens, which are easily visible, there's 6 of them. They are the objectives, and they're numbered 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Odds on the Eldar side. Also, a unit ending its move in base contact with this red console can open or close one of the airlocks. So, and all models within 3 inches have to take a strength test or be sucked out into the void. And this guy right here too is also an airlock with a corresponding red control pad. So it's pretty straightforward up here. In terms of analysis, this board is very open. Rich, do you have any comments on the board?
It looks awesome. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I actually haven't brought this one out.
I've never played on this, and I thought I had played on everything, so this is awesome.
This board is actually from our second Valhalla that we made, and there's like a whole, 18-foot spaceship that can be made out of it. So, all right, let's move on. Now, so every turn you can score up to 3 objectives. So typically in these objective type games, you end up with like 10 to 20 points in your corner by the end of the game. And yeah, so let's look underneath. There's two elevator shafts here and here, and they correspond to this subterranean battle that we're gonna have. This is a full-on Space Hulk set. Over the years, I've ended up with a couple of extras floating around the studio. No miniatures. Yeah, go ahead.
And are these where the elevator shafts come out?
No, it's actually these rooms here. You'll see it. So you imagine it's like a lift.
Yes.
So basically, same thing. Once you get into the room, you can then take a turn and just exit as if by deep strike. Kind of like a 3-inch consolidation up to the elevator shafts up top, right there. That's what they look like. And for every unit, so you have unit A and B. So if this unit manages to make it to the top, even one guy, you get +4 points.
Nice.
Because supposedly they do something down here to like access some other part of the ship, which is critical to the larger battle.
I love it.
That's right. We're grown men, but we're still playing in the sandlot. We're still playing, We're having some play pretend. So I've got, why not use the Space Hulk game for its amazing and lavish turn marker? So we're going to go ahead and do that. And, what else? So downstairs, let's take a look at the forces. So downstairs, you've got...
I've got a squad of 10 Kroot with no shaper or anything in that, just 10 Kroot.
Okay.
Then I've got this squad as 10 Kroot. One of them is a shaper, and he did upgrade to a pulse rifle. And that's it downstairs. Oh, I'm playing one thing that Sean okayed. For a point, I charged a point each. My blades on my Kroot rifle count as a second close combat weapon. So that's just something that's kind of fun. It makes them a little more of a match against what he's got down here.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty brutal, because on the Eldar side, I've got Howling Banshees with an Exarch with mirror swords. And, the entire downstairs here is difficult terrain and cover. So, yeah, you're imagining there's all sorts of, like, debris here. And if you look at how this is done...
Not just debris.
Yes.
I can imagine them creeping through. I mean, you're in this Space Hulk. You're not running flat out. You're going. You're covering each other, going around corners.
Oh, it's creepy. Yeah, very creepy. Jump at every instance. Now, even though this corresponds to the airlock, we're just going to have some kind of story where... this is many levels below that.
And we could say this is just the shaft. You can't cross that.
No, we should just leave this open.
Okay.
Yeah, I've looked at this board quite a bit, and you really do need multiple avenues to get to your objective. So if you look at it, we're both pretty far away from this one over here. It's a little farther away. And we're both pretty close to this one. If you counted squares, it would be almost exactly the same for the Banshees. So this is going to be almost an instantaneous bloodbath right here. Now, both of your guys could go for the same thing, you know, and we could end up with, like, if I went this direction and you went that direction, we'd end up with...
each having 8 extra points.
You know, yeah. So that's not going to be as fun. I think the Banshees can take these guys. It's going to be pretty brutal.
Yes.
But of course, their power swords aren't going to be such an advantage.
Right.
You know. But I do have the Exarchs in there, and I've got really, really, really good armor saves compared to the crew, which have 6s.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
They have 6s.
They're like orcs.
They're like orcs!
They're reminding me of orcs.
Actually, these 8 some orcs, so they're actually +1 toughness. Just kidding! That's an old rule, actually. That
Are they really?
There was a Kroot Codex that they put out, it was in White Dwarf or something, where they had, you could have all these upgrades that you could buy for Kroot. Like if they ate, because that's their thing, is they eat their enemies, and as they eat them, they gain some of their attributes. So when they eat orcs, of course, they become tougher. So
awesome.
They were toughness 4 Kroot.
All right, so there you go. Here's our point markers here that we'll keep track of objectives with. And I've got my awesome rule book set up here. So let's take a look before I let you guys go, because this video is the teaser, effectively. So stay tuned. In the next day or two, I should have this battle report fully up. Eldar Deployment. This is about 1,000 points, and I'm featuring some less used models here, and this is effectively a foot battle here. You've got no giant tanks or war machines or anything like that. It's really a skirmish. So I've got 3 war walkers, and I chose shuriken cannons for them because you hardly ever see shuriken cannons played. I have 3 units of rangers, and this board just looks so ridiculously gorgeous. Now I've got them in cover. They have shrouded, so they'll have 3 up cover saves. And I went ahead and just pre-infiltrated them. I may switch them around based on where Rich goes, but I've got 2 of them, excuse me, this unit's already in contact with objective 4. These guys up here. And I've put my Dark Reapers. This is going to be a huge concern for Rich because these guys are bad news for those crisis suits. And as you can see, they have a very commanding view of the field here. In fact, I was really glad that I won the roll-off
to set up first.
To set up first. So I kind of snagged the side that had the large bunker-like thing. So the warp spiders are just crouching behind here. Given their great maneuverability, I'm really going to play these guys very conservatively and just see how many things I can pick off during the course of the game. I didn't overload the flank here. I have 2 really good units, the warp spiders and the war walkers, basically on either side, but most of my stuff is in the middle. Now the Rangers are not that great because even though they're uber scoring, they have heavy weapons. So they lack that maneuverability. And so these guys are probably going to get wiped out pretty early in the game, but hopefully they can score me a few points. And, but I'm up against a shooting army.
Yes.
And so I got my Dire Avengers here. I'm hoping they can maybe do something fun out here with this airlock. We'll see.
What's the range on the Rangers? 36?
It's 36 inches, that's right. They have they have sniper rifles, which give precision shots. Ranger long rifle, 36 inches. Okay, let's take a look at the Tau and hear from Rich for a change.
Awesome. So this is Commander Entrace. This is in honor of my son. So this is his army, so I'm playing with his Tau.
Who painted this?
My brother painted most of it.
Okay.
So some of it actually came off of the Blue Table store, and then he painted to match it.
Really?
So, yes.
Brilliant. Hey, Marina! Marina! All right, keep going.
Okay, so he's the commander. He has a multi-suite sensor tracker, I think it's called, but basically he can give no cover to the squad. He has a drone controller. He also has a plasma rifle and a fusion blaster. Then I have 2 individual crisis suit units that each have a plasma rifle and a fusion gun, and that's it. Then this big unit is 3 suits, all have missile pods, plasma rifles, 2 of them have drone controllers, and they all have the bonding knife, and then 4 squads of 10 fire warriors. They all do have a sergeant, and that's all they have.
I gotta tell you, Rich, these look really great.
Yeah, they look great. My man did a great job.
You did them in teal and seafoam green, so.
That's in honor of Sean, kind of, but it's not really, because I think it was this unit that I got off the store, and then we matched everything else kind of to match that unit. So we painted from that unit.
Well, they look really good. They're very consistent.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to play against such a good-looking force. And it's a little scary, you know? Like that. Those suits are like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, so much firepower. Well, I'm gonna have to hit those suits hard.
And I'm hoping that if he can give his no cover to something, that unit can really obliterate a unit when they shoot at him.
Oh yeah. So how does that work? He transfers.
If he joins the squad, any squad he joins, he can give that ability to.
Wow.
So that could be really useful.
You're gonna have to completely hide those suits.
Yes, yes.
You'll have to outrange them actually.
They do
like
have good range,
36
and they have
inches.
Jump, shoot, jump. So
right. No, I was just saying you might, because there's not much cover over here. Right. Not on purpose, but
36.
48. 48. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look. Reaper launcher. Yeah, 48 inches. Wow.
Very nice.
It's all gets ingrained in there over the years. All right, BTP fans and clients, thank you very much for tuning in. You're in for a really extra special treat.